Hello and welcome to Mobile Mondays here, presented by the North Carolina Realtors. I'm excited to be here. My name is Casey Angel. I am the Director of Communications at the Raleigh Regional Association of Realtors. And today we are going to be talking a little bit about media messaging, and we're going to be talking about 3 do's and don'ts, as well as playing to the head and the heart of someone for your social media posts and your digital marketing to be able to make the most of your digital content. So let's get started with one of my favorite quotes from a marketing guru, Seth Godin. Some people know him. He is fantastic. And one of the quotes that he says that I personally live by as a director of communications is, marketing is no longer about the stuff you sell, but the stories you tell. And what that means is that we live in an unbelievably crowded media marketplace. And the truth is that as people are utilizing more and more resources within media, people are able to cut through that media messaging. And we want to be able to cut through that and do the best possible choice that we can as we're doing this. So some three do's and don'ts, and then we're going to talk about the head and the heart, and we're going to get into some questions and answers. So as we're cutting through the media onslaught that everybody has on a day-to-day basis, what are 3 do's that we want? We want to be memorable, we want to be relevant, and we want you to be yourself. On the flip side of those, what don't you want to be? Controversial, not relevant, and off topic, as well as someone you're not. So let's dive into those 3, kind of compare and contrast as we go here. Number 1, memorable versus controversial. How do we get someone's attention? How do you keep attention? And how do you maintain yourself as a source of credibility? That's extremely important. Controversy is something that will be a flash in the pan and will be something that you perhaps have a quick notoriety, but it really eats away at your credibility. And the unfortunate part of that is that it does not make you memorable, and it does not make you have staying power with your brand recognition. So as we go through the second of those, relevant versus off topic, it's great, and the real estate industry is fantastic for this reason, is that so many things are on topic as we go. So many things touch the real estate industry and touch what we do on a day-to-day basis. So you can provide yourself being memorable by being on topic with your social media and digitally media platforms. How do you do this? Everything touches the real estate industry, as I said before. So I think it's extremely important to be the person that's knowledgeable about your area, about your neighborhood, and about your industry. The local community college that's opening, the local greenways, everything else in between that really goes to the heart of what sells your neighborhood is extremely, extremely important. So that's how you maintain your credibility. And it's very easy to get off topic. Do not be off topic and controversial. Do not be somebody that is inflaming for no reason. That's something that will, again, get you notoriety, but will not get you any staying power when it comes to your digital media messaging. Third is be someone online and be yourself offline. The fact of the matter is that more and more millennials nowadays are the growing population of home buyers. They are the #1 generation of home buyers right now. We've heard this through infinitum. But the truth is that these millennials will research you online first. So if you have your Facebook, if they search you on Google, YouTube, Twitter, whatever it may be, whoever you are online, you need to be offline. Don't go online and on your Facebook page post all these funny memes and all these goofy catchphrases, and be someone like that. And then when they actually meet you offline, they'll talk to you and they'll say, this guy doesn't sound anything like what he was online. And so it chips away at your credibility. It chips away at your marketability if you're not the same person online that you were offline. So as we're creating a social media message, we have our 3 do's and our 3 don'ts. Be someone that, be yourself, be memorable, craft your media message. These are extremely important things. And so what are the 1, 2, 3s of doing these social media posts? Number 1 is anticipating what the outcomes will be and being goal-oriented. Those are the first 2, and they go hand in hand. Don't just post to post. Unless you're a full-time social media marketer, the truth is that you don't have hours upon hours each day. A true realtor member will have a million different hats that they need to wear at every different twist and turn. So go online, be able to utilize the time that you have, but make it fast, make it goal driven, and have a purpose for every single post that you have. And then finally, engage and connect. When you do put something out there and people reach out to you and they say something and they take the time to like it, or they take the time to comment on it, they have a lot of things that they're looking at. So they've taken the time. Make sure that you utilize social media as the true two-way communication street that it actually is. Now, moving forward, let's go back into what we're talking about with consumers that are being spoiled and how we have to spoil them with reasons. I talked a little bit at the start about the head and the heart of how people look at media and how we actually talk to people. So there's the head, our analytical thinkers, the heart, our emotional thinkers, and the truth of the matter is that most human beings are somewhere within that scale, between 0 to 100 on whichever emotional or analytical scale you're looking at. So how do we placate to everyone within our population? We create brand recognition, media messaging, and digital marketing that plays to both at the same time. How do we do this? It's a great question, and we're going to dive into it right now. So don't sell the number of bedrooms. Don't sell the neighborhood. Sell the experience. Sell what they can achieve in a true personal way to make them and their lives a little bit better. That's what you're doing as real estate professionals, and that's why everybody gets into this, is to create these wonderful life stories and to have people have these unbelievable moments in life of buying their first house or retiring to their dream area. Everything else in between, sell that. Don't sell just the house, because that's only a piece of it. The fact of the matter is that you really do want people to understand the emotions behind what they're buying and what they're doing. So let's have some real life scenarios here. I created a couple of topical Facebook posts for Raleigh, North Carolina. So let's read the first one that's just very straightforward and to the point. Brand new condo, 2-bedroom, 2-bath with stainless steel appliances, imported floors, and more. Downtown views with a balcony, close to Fayetteville Street. Contact for more details. Now, is there anything wrong with that? No, there's nothing wrong with that. Does it stand out in a very crowded marketplace? It doesn't really stand out in a very crowded marketplace either. The fact of the matter is that if you want to stand out, you want to sell those emotions. So here we go. Let's try this one. Same picture, different description on your Facebook post. Can you hear the music? Can you taste the appetizers? Tell Triangle traffic to get lost and enjoy your downtown paradise, just steps away from your favorite bar, grill, and entertainment in this brand new condo. Now, did I talk about the 2 bedrooms, the 2 baths, the stainless steel appliances? No, I didn't. But I put them in the footsteps of someone who would live there and enjoy the amenities of what they're able to do there with that condominium. Will they see their 2 bedrooms? Yes. Will they see the brand new appliances? Absolutely. You can't hide them when you walk straight in there. But the fact of the matter is that as people are in there, they are going to understand the nuances that you chose to not look at. You put in people's emotions, and so you can touch their heart, you can touch their head, and you can combine them for a fantastic social media post. Now, sometimes people ask me, well, does it have to be long-winded? Do I have to write a lot? Absolutely not. A lot of social media platforms are very, very short in the way that they have their character limits. So something like Twitter, for example, even though they went through a character expansion recently, that's something else. So here's another sample. Your new condo is just steps away from the finest restaurants. Yes, even your dreams are jealous. Hashtag downtown Raleigh, hashtag Glenwood South. So this is another way that you can actually go about just a sentence or two. Don't feel like you are restricted by whatever social media platform you're utilizing. Be able to go in there, harness the energy of social media, and really placate to their head, their heart, and their emotions. Remember the quote that we talked about at the start, marketing is no longer about the stuff you sell, but the stories you tell. So I hope that that is a little bit of a generalized foundation, a little bedrock of what we're trying to do. I received a few questions in advance of this talk that I wanted to go over, answer some Q&As as well. So somebody reached out, asked me the question, does every message have to have a call to action or prompt the reader to do something? That's a fantastic question, something I get often. Number one is that social media posts often fall into two very specific categories. Number one is the brand recognition, the brand reputation, and building yourself and building your credibility. Those are the posts about, hey, these new greenways are going in, and what they're able to do is create a more green and eco-friendly neighborhood where I'm selling. That's fantastic. It doesn't require a call to action. Now, those should encompass about 50% of your posts, and the other 50% of those should be calls to action. They should be directing someone to, visit your latest open house, or they should be going to your website or looking at your MLS listings. This, without this, does not work. The fact of the matter is if you're just doing calls to action, it will become a little bit suffocating to your audience and to the people you're trying to reach out. So you want to find a nice balance between the two of them. The second question that I received before I went on was, do informational messages grab more attention than images, slideshows, 3D home tours, Facebook Live? So every single platform is going to be different. However, the rule of thumb is that video is always going to get the best algorithms on the back end of Facebook, especially something like Facebook Live that I'm on right now. But also in addition to that, images will always be better than text-based. So make sure that you're not utilizing text-based only. You want to be posting a link, or you want to be posting some sort of photo to be able to really fully encompass exactly what you're trying to describe to your viewing audience. Third question is, what's the ideal frequency? When is it too little or too much? That's another great question. So that is going to vary significantly depending on the platform that you're on. The shelf life of a Twitter post is about 7 minutes. So you can kind of go to town on Twitter and post a little bit more than you would on Facebook, where if you post several things within 1 hour, they're actually going to start to bump you down in the timeline. So what I say for Facebook is twice a day is fantastic. Once in the morning, once in the late afternoon, basically when people are starting to go to work and get off of work, I think are fantastic times to post as far as Facebook is concerned. And then the last question, and then after this question, I'll open it up. I'm actually looking at you guys online right now. So if you have questions, type them in. I'll answer them in real time for the next few minutes. But the last question that I had was hashtags. Do I include them? Do I not include them? How many hashtags can I get in there before I look like a crazy hashtag monster or something? The fact of the matter is that you want them to be hyper specific. You don't want hashtags to be wildly general. So you don't put, hashtag realtor. How many people are putting hashtag realtor in this country? There's 1.3 million realtors in the United States alone, and so people are probably using that as well. However, if you want to hashtag your neighborhood, your name, one of the really fantastic things that you can do is to hashtag and create your own hashtag. So it's Casey Angel Realty, or it's, if you have a funny nickname or something, put it on there so people get to know you, and as they get to connect with you, that's something that's really fantastic, so they can start to post it with their social media posts as well as your social media posts. So all of these slides have been posted on our website. So if you would like to go over all of this, if you have any questions for me offline, you can contact me there. The location for these slideshows is rrar.com/communicationscommittee. Again, I'll post this link in there. Getting a couple of questions in here, so I'll answer a few before our time is up today. Which social media platform do you think is the best for social media engagement for a new company? The truth is that the most pervasive social media is still Facebook. Facebook is about 78% of users that adults have the internet in their house. About 78% still have Facebook. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, all these other ones that we hear about still are in the 25 to 30% range. So the truth is that even though people talk about the demise of Facebook, Facebook is always where you should start, because a lot of millennials and a lot of Gen Xers will be searching for you on Facebook, so make sure you have that. I think that's number one, and I think number two is Instagram. Instagram has obviously been purchased by Facebook, But Instagram gives you a really fantastic growing platform. It's the fastest growing social media network right now, but it gives you a great platform to show off your listings. A lot about real estate is very visual. And so if you're able to show off those listings on Instagram, which has all these fantastic filters and ways to share it, photo-based posts, I think that those are the best ones to do. So Facebook, Instagram, and then as you go through that, and that really brings up another topic that I want to touch on for a second, just in closing, is whatever social media you use it. The fact of the matter is that if you are adding in Facebook profiles and this, that, and the other, the truth is that people will search you online, and if you're not utilizing them, it'll look like a ghost town, and people will think, is this guy or girl still in business? So make sure that whatever you're using, you use it, whether it's one platform or multiple platforms. So as I said, I cannot thank NC Realtors enough for being here today. This has been fantastic. I know this is the first Mobile Monday of 2019 that is an exclusive benefit for NC Realtor members. Thank you so much for having me. If you guys want, comment on here. I will return your comments with some answers, and I will be posting a link to this slideshow after we're all done. Thank you guys so much, and happy Monday.